Hey, so thanks for sitting down with us today. I'm like the hugest fan. I really appreciate it. You said you wanted to say something about technique before we moved on?
There is one thing about technique that I'd like to just talk about. If hopefully will resonate with you, because I believe it's very important. Now, there's a lot of emphasis on technique, playing an instrument, and rightfully so. But really, the level of technique that you need is based on what your needs are to express yourself. Some people like a lot of technique. Some people just need a little to get their point across. Nobody's keeping score unless you're voting in a guitar magazine. Other than that, technique is important, and I'm going to go through certain things that I went through when I was younger in developing my technique to look out for. But more important than the technique is going deeper than the technique. And I'll explain that. In any field, whether it's sports, music, business, anything, there's a period that you go through where you are focusing on building, preparing the vessel, so to speak. If you're interested in a sport, baseball, basketball, you're gonna go through a long period of time where it's nothing but hard work. It's the 10,000 hour rule, you know. Same thing applies in business. You need to learn the ropes of business. You need to understand economics, understand your audience, understand the infrastructure of any particular business that you're in. There is never enough research you can do. You can always do more. And in the field of music, your need for technique will vary greatly depending on what it is you want to achieve. If you want to be a concert pianist or an accomplished classical guitarist, you're going to have to spend a lot of time preparing your vessel. Frankly, to be honest, music was always very natural to me, but the guitar wasn't. I'm not a natural player. I had to work really, really, really hard. I always felt, and still do, that anybody that put in the hours that I put in on the instrument would have tons more technique, ability, so to speak, than I would. I was a very slow learner, but I loved it. And that's the thing. It never feels like work when you're following your dream. When there's passion eliminates time. Passion puts you into a timeless dimension of now, and there's no work in it. I loved every minute of those hours upon hours upon hours of preparing my technique, you know, year after year, and still. But there comes a time in every creative person's life, and when I say creative, everybody's creative. I don't discount anybody in any field whatsoever, because anything you do, there's a creativity to it, anything.